Good morning, you all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leah, and this is Beauty with Love. Today, I am going to show you a 1920s look. This is going to be for my Flashback Friday because it's Friday. So, I was really inspired by doing my makeup from when I was in high school. If you didn't see that video, I'll try to remember to link it below. It just was very simple. It's what I did in high school. And I picked the 1920s to start out. I might go back and do the 1910s, but it seemed like the makeup was kind of similar. But the 1920s, think Great Gatsby and the Roaring 20s. Electrical appliances, things were booming. Like cars were coming out, and I mean the economy was growing. Jazz was a big deal, you know? I mean, these were fun. Girls could be the sweet, innocent girl. Sweet, just adorable darling. And then at night, she could throw on this makeup and have some fun. You know, be a little sassy. And not be judged for it. So, I mean, I thought it'd be really fun to show you kind of through the decades how makeup has changed, because makeup can be a big influence on things. You know, with this, the 1920s, think Greta Garbo and Clara Bow and Mary Pickford and Gloria Swanson type makeup. I mean, this was like parties. If you haven't watched The Great Gatsby, watch it. You'll kind of get an idea of like just this explosion of life. I'll be listing, or not listing, but posting little photos in and out of this video so you can kind of see the styles, that I'm not just making this up. And yeah, so let's get started in this, okay? On this little adventure through history and makeup. Okay, so I took a minute and I tried to lay down my eyebrows with brow freeze and then put a little bit of concealer over my brows to maybe emphasize the black brow that I'm going to put over it, and we'll go from here. You can see my cheeks are already pink. I'm just kind of going with the flow here on what they did. It seemed to be a really interesting type of makeup routine. There was no primers, none of that. They said they worked with creams, rouge paper, and foundations. So that could have been cream foundations or powder foundations. So I went ahead and grabbed my It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation in the shade Light. This is, I mean, other than my Swan Too Faced concealer, this is about as light as I have here. I mean, I'm not a super tan person except when I've been out in the sun a lot. Like I did a video right when I first got out in the sun, and came back from vacation, but I'm really not a super tan type of person. Okay. Well, it looks like we have this laid down nicely. And so, oh, it has a little container. I keep trying to put the sponge back in there. It's not where it goes. It goes back here. I'm going to go ahead, and they said they would use black brows. Now, I've seen some pictures where the girls did not have black brows, but considering that is a staple, that's something that I actually wanted to do. I wear usually soft black. They would tweeze their brows, or even like look, in some cases, look like they didn't have any brows at all. Maybe tweeze them so much that they took them off or shaved them or whatever. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of mimic the best I can with my brows, even though I have them concealed and powdered down. I am not a professional at making my brows go away. I don't have that talent, so this is the best I can do. So I'm kind of going to just go with that and give my take on on the brows, and hopefully you can get the idea. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try to set this powder down so I don't end up with it all over my face, because you know it's just liner and it hasn't set down. Now if I wanted to set down, I probably should have used a liquid liner or something like that, but they said eyeliner pencil, so. And I say they as in like other people, like history in makeup type thing. And I'm actually just going in and touching this up, and yeah. I'm using my Ace Beauty palette. It's the quintessential palette. I'll show it to you in a moment. This is it. It's super gorgeous. If you've never used, and I'm using this color down here, this black. If you've never used Ace Beauty, give it a shot. It's awesome, super pigmented, and super consistent with the products. They are really good, and they stay consistently really, really good. And the next thing that they did was they lined their lashes on the top, just on the top. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to line my lashes on the top. And I presume they used maybe a shadow or a liner. I'm going to put this on sparsely and then go over it with some shadow. You know, very easy, very light. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into my quintessential palette by Ace Beauty again. That black is really, really black, so I'm going to go ahead and just lightly put it on. I'm just going to put on a very little bit because this stuff is super pigmented. They don't talk about having brushes or anything. They may have just used their fingers. What they also did was they sometimes match their eyeshadow to their eye color. So if you have blue eyes, you wear blue or whatnot. I have brown eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and dip into cinnamon in the same palette. It's very similar to brown, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend out this black. Try to make it not look so incredibly crazy. These colors are so pigmented. Like, some pictures they brought it all the way up to their eyebrows. Some pictures it was literally just on their eyelids. So I'm going to try to keep it on my eyelid the most possible because this is a really dark look, and yeah, it's really not what I normally wear. I really don't do my eyebrows like this ever. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. It's a little tight brush. You can use it almost like as a pencil brush, which is a little bit bigger. Kind of just knock out that blending a little bit more. Can you imagine not having the brushes or access to the brushes that we do now? How hard it would be to make certain looks or to blend out certain looks. Okay, so now you can see the what is it called? The liner, which it's a little bit smoked out. Okay. Go ahead and do the other eye. And then that's pretty much what they did for the eyes, the top portion of the eyes. Liner and a color that either matched your eyes or black. I kind of mingled the two. And then underneath they draw a light black, like a smudgy look. And then they didn't do liner or mascara on the bottom. I'm going to take that brown and just dust it along the bottom because everything did look really smudgy. And there was no like wing dye or anything like that. It seems like they tried to keep it where your eyes look more round. So I kind of morphed the traditional smoky eye from that 1920s smoky eye into like a more now smoky eye. But I blended the two together, so this is what we ended up with. And that's what they did. They didn't talk about curling lashes or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab... I haven't decided. I've been on the fence about which mascara I'm going to use, but I think I'm going to go back to my Huda Beauty Legit Lashes, and I'm going to start with Volume. And for mascara, they probably use something along the lines of Cake Mascara. There is a company that sells it. I think they're called Besame. I think I've mentioned them before in this video. I'm not really sure. Okay, so that's that for the eyes. I'm pretty easy. This whole look in general is pretty easy as long as I don't overthink it. I do try to overthink it. It's going to be the hardest part for me to really come to grips with. They really liked rosy cheeks, whereas I try to downplay my rosy cheeks and then kind of put my blush up here. No, they really like that rosy cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into my Ellen Tracy palette. You guys know I love this thing. It's got a bunch of different colors, and I just love it. They don't really, let me see on the back. Nope, they don't have any of the shade names in them, but I went ahead and dipped into it. I actually dipped into this color, and this neutral color here. I wanted kind of to balance it out, but it's really bright. So, but yeah, they really liked that. I'm going to kind of try to dust it on lightly. But they wanted to keep it in the round of their cheek, and they usually use like rouge paper to do this, so pretty much you stamped it on and then I guess they blended it out with their fingers. I know on camera it's not coming off as bright, but my goodness, it's getting definitely bright over here. Most important thing was the lips, and they would accentuate their Cupid's bow, and I did get a couple of colors out because I really wasn't sure which one I actually wanted to use. See, like I have, these are the new Epic lipsticks by KVD Beauty, and then I have a Huda Beauty Liquid Matte. This is in Alluring, and then this is a more satin matte, and it's in satin. And this is by Milani. I really don't know what I was going to do. I was kind of guessing. But they did overdraw their Cupid's bow, and they wore bright red or nude lips. So, I mean, that's pretty dang bright. Okay, well, we're going to go with the Alluring by Huda Beauty. It's got a little small tip, and they overdrew their Cupid's bow. Oh, we read today. All right, well, this is the finished look for this portion of it. I'll go ahead and finish up everything, and then I'll be right back. Welcome back to our final look. A little bit of headdress, some dangly things, some big old earrings, pearls, some hanging pearls, lace. Welcome to the 1920s. I hope you enjoyed this Flashback Friday, and as always, beauty can do a whole lot for the outside, but if you're not beautiful on the inside, it's definitely going to show on the outside. Thank you so much again for watching. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, then join me next Friday for 1930s. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you want to be notified every time I upload, make sure your personal notifications are on by clicking that bell. We're going to be heading into Halloween soon. That's a makeup artist's dream time. Anyways, you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for joining me. Love y'all.